Adrian, you talked about we instead of I, and the way I translate we is to be willing and enabled. And so, Helena, at the heart of generative leadership is the whole concept, really trying to empower individuals to contribute their unique talents and perspective. So share a little, about your experience and your context with, that idea of like focus on we, willing and enabled.
So I could see on the agenda that Lizzie wasn't here, so I just kind of jumped in. So it wasn't really what I prepared for, but I'm happy to jump in. Also because I think that we, for the work that I do, is typically where I always I feel very excited and very passionate. I think the we is what shapes the culture of a team or the culture of organization. And similar to what Adrian was just sharing with his story, role modeling of invitation, or especially role modeling of the kind of language that we put out there. So as generative leaders, and that being if we are in a position where we have the title that's going to show the organizations that we're leaders, or because we're just stepping into a holding space or having some sort of a leader approach within our team, if we have that title or not. I think it's how we're showing up, right? But I think that the power of our language, if we're just going with we, instead of like, I think this and this, and be like, how could we go about solving this issue? What kind of things do we need to have in place? I am seeing this, but what do we need? Like simple questionings around just putting we in our language, and then also putting we in our practices. And we in our practices becomes like, what agreements do we need to have in place for us to have a psychological safe environment for us, right? Like what collaborations agreements do we want to shape together? So where I've seen this in most powerful, and actually, Dave, you were just saying that mentioning that our overlap was through the 24-hour future of work space, where we put together a conference that ran remotely for 24 hours around the globe. And those circle teams were very much enhanced by this, like, we are enabling you to run with what's relevant for you as a team. You have this amount of time through the event that you're going to shape. And then we just, with coaches, empowered that team to do that, but on no other strings attached to what that was going to look like. So coaching, supporting that sense of we through language and space to actually move forward with those actions.
That is so excellent.